You see, this is a patient who has got in touch through email, who has got a very big tattoo on her thigh, and she's undergoing serial excision, and she's had one excision, and she's worried because she feels that the tissues underneath the tattoo have been removed, and she's lost volume in her thigh, and she's really worried about having another excision because she feels her thigh is smaller than the other thigh, and she's really worried. So my answer to you is that well, I didn't do the surgery, so but I think I understand what's happening. And what happens when you do the surgery? A lot of plastic surgery, sort of like robbing Peter to pay Paul. You know, we are actually taking stuff away. We are borrowing skin from places. You know, so we do take. It's only skin that you take away with a tattoo. So it's very unlikely that he will have taken, or she will have taken, any underlying fat or any underlying tissue from your thigh. But when you take skin away from your thigh, you're going to close it tight, and it's like having a balloon or something and put a tight coat around the balloon. You know, tightening it, it makes it look narrower, even though the volume of the balloon is the same. You're just making it tight, and it's going to look narrower than your other thigh. Now that scar does soften and settle over time, and as the scar settles, the thigh will look more like the other thigh. It may never look the same as the other thigh if you measure it, you know, carefully. But to be honest with you, the photos I saw of your thigh, it looked pretty good already. I didn't see an obvious difference in your thighs. And one of the problems when you have surgery is that you get really focused on stuff, and you think, hold on a minute, this thigh's smaller than that thigh. Oh my goodness me, if I have another excision, it's going to like fade away. I mean, in normal life, everybody's got asymmetries with their thighs, with their feet, with their hands, with their ears, with their eyes, with their breasts. It doesn't matter. There's always asymmetries. But when you're born with the asymmetries, you can sort of accept it a bit more than when you have them, you acquire them particularly by a surgeon cutting a bit of skin off your thigh. So I think you do look at things very, very carefully when you have surgery, which is not unreasonable because you paid a lot of money for your surgery and what have you. But I think what I would say is that scar will settle, and the thigh will settle, the shape of your thigh will settle, and I hope it'll be acceptable to you. And you're asking, should I have another one? I'm like, well, you could go down the route of laser again. It is a black tattoo, so it might respond to laser. You've already got this one big scar. I can't really answer the question whether you should have another excision or not, but the same thing will happen. It'll get tighter again. More tissue will be removed. If you look at the amount of size of your tattoo, sort of width like that, so that's a big tattoo. That skin has got to have gone from your thigh by the end of this, and so your thigh is going to suffer to some degree, and it may well look a bit narrower than the other thigh. But I think it looks worse to start off with, and then it settles and softens. And I would hope it will be acceptable to you, but I don't think he's or she has taken a big chunk of tissue from underneath the thigh. They've just taken the skin out because they've closed it tightly. It looks sort of narrower.